And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's broadcast of NACE Star League Valorant. Today, we get to watch the Harrisburg University Storm go up against Cumberland Esports. And Harrisburg University, they're coming into this after a pretty solid start to the season. Jeffy's, Huso, Reno, Hijinks, these four, and Shadow as well, they are just absolutely dominant. They are very good at what they do. And then you have the twins, Huso and Shadow. They basically they play into this twin stereotype of they read each other's minds. They do exceptionally well when they work together. And I think we have a great matchup here starting up in just a little bit. Cumberland Esports is going to be taking the attacking half for the first side, and we are already going to see the Gecko and Raze for Shadow and Huso. Nice picks. Gecko is kind of a mainstay in professional Valorant because of the ability to plant the spike from a distance, just having his wingman go and plant it. Meanwhile, we have the entire team comp for Cumberland already locked in. Akuda locking in the Raze, Gerardo, Brimstone, the Viper, Sky, and Cypher for John, Cascola, and Bill Goat. I like the comp. You have the smokes and you have the Sentinel in the Cypher to be able to get onto site quickly, lock down vision, and then lock up your flank options. That's what Cypher excels at. And then I believe Bind actually has some spots where you have Cypher one ways so that you can see the enemy and they can't even see you. We will see Hijinks match the Brimstone. Meanwhile, Jeffy and Reno are hovering over the Viper and Sky as well, so we might have an almost a mirror matchup here. And a tick down to the wire. Gonna basically just take this time, because as soon as everybody locks in, then it starts up the game, and this gives give the coach a little extra time to just explain what he wants the team to do. And as the time ticks down to 0, we are gonna get the lock-ins for Viper and the Sky. So pretty much a mirror match. Everything's the same except we have Shadow piloting the Gecko and Bill Goat on the Cypher. So starting off, Harrisburg takes the defense. This is a decently attacker-sided map. The attackers have the options, and the defense just basically has to play around it. And then you also have the teleports to be able to quick rotate. So it'll be interesting to see what Harrisburg can do if they can stem the bleeding and maybe just at the very least hold an 8-4 going into the half. Because that way it gives them much more room to work with. I think 8-4 would be probably the least that you actually hope for. So, I am here with a co-caster today, Speed Racer. How you doing?
I'm pretty great, so it's Spear.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
what's
have
that?
very little experience with Valorant.
No, never actually stream for like an hour. Did not have audio on, so I don't
And
have
we
the
are going
full
to
experience.
immediately start off. Huso and his teammate are immediately going to grab one each to start. The fighting has already begun. Shadow picks up one as well, and now Billcode is just stuck all on his own in a 1v5. A great start to the round for Harrisburg. Bilgo's stuck inside the smoke. He can't move out. He's trying to grab one, but a nice raise nade from Huso will put Bilgo down so low. Blind comes in, and now the entire Harrisburg is just going to rush in. Bilgo picks up one, but Rado gets the final kill. First round to Harrisburg.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, these rounds, they typically end up one or two ways. At least at the professional level, and especially in the collegiate level, they go slow, and then out of nowhere, it's an explosion of abilities and kills. So like these rounds go from like extreme, like slow, steady, methodical, into absolute explosions. And that's what I like. It keeps things interesting. It's not just like there's always action. There's always something to talk about, map movements, setups, and all that stuff. But another kill right away for Huso. They take the peak, and Huso destroys them. Yuso's hiding on top of the box, going to trade a couple more shots as it goes down into U-Haul, picks up another quick headshot. Bilgoat taken low by another raise nade. He's just always at the wrong spot when Yuso is there to shoot them out. Nice smokes come down. Shadow is going to throw Wingman, going to try to find someone to concuss. It will not find anything, but Yuso gets 3, Yuso gets 4. He's looking for the 5th. He has a nice nade. It's going to start flying. He doesn't have the shots. An unfortunate, but he does not get the ace. He's so close. Stays alive with 15 health, and only Hijinks falls during that entire round.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it was a flawless. No one fell that round.
Ooh. Interesting from Juso especially. He just seems to be faster than the entire other team.
Huso is just built different, and he is showing why he is the best that we have to offer. We are going to get a solid 3-man push down B long from Harrisburg. Meanwhile, Cumberland is going to try to move up through A main. But the good news is Huso and Jeffy are on site, ready to stop. Nice Wolf does not make anything. Good snake bite. Will not. Oh, and another nade. Bilko is actually low. The satchel does not displace, but it doesn't matter. Akuda gets one on Jeffy. The showstopper has come out. It's not going to get the fire off yet. Waiting to see if we can find a kill, but Huso puts it away. Cannot find anything with it. Nice shots by Hijinks, and this is looking like it's going to be another round for Harrisburg.
Harrisburg just seems like the other team on their back foot. Their accuracy is better. Everything is just better over the
Oh, Cascola picks up 2, but a nice 2v2 swing gives Harrisburg the win. 2 players left alive. Huso still 8-0-3 in 3 rounds. He is absolutely popping off. This is also going to be full buys for the entirety of Harrisburg versus just Sheriffs and Light Shield. So this is looking like another 1 round for Harrisburg. Then again, we have seen collegiate players and professional players can be absolutely disgusting with a 1 shot on the Sheriff. So they're expecting the change up. They're expecting Cumberland to not go onto A site every single round. They are going to switch it up, put 3 players on B, expecting this, and they read it correctly. However, Cumberland's going to move very slowly. They want to take this slowly. They know that they are at the gun disadvantage, and they have to do something with it.
Yeah, I just don't think they know what they want to do. They seem to be.
Oh my god, Huso. A great peek. A lot of damage. Huso has to take the teleporter to avoid any extra damage. And now, because of that, they are going to take. Cumberland is going to take steps forward, but they're going to walk 1 by 1 into their death. A flawless round for Harrisburg, and they are looking dominant.
Everyone just can't seem to get anything together.
We are going to see the first timeout of the game called. So, in total, the number of deaths on Harrisburg players across the board is equal to the number of rounds that they've won. Only 4 deaths across 4 rounds, 2 flawlesses. This is just absolute domination at its finest. It's nice to see. We're not supposed to be biased, but, you know, I kind of have to show a little bit of love to the home team. I have been casting these guys for a while now, and I've actually met a couple of them. I know some people that I know have classes with them, and they are great guys, and it's nice to see them just show up on this stage.
I wish I had this kind of skill. I mean, I'm not good at this game, but what they're doing, it makes me really get better.
These players are just absolutely dominant. Like, I will never have these skills. I wish I did, but... And now we are going to get full buys both sides, so Cumberland's going to try to stem the bleeding, but with the way that Huso and the rest of Harrisburg's playing, I don't see this happening. They are going to go back to an A-site push, get a nice jump in from Akuda, using the satchel charge to get in. Oh, nice blind, and Shadow picks up the first kill of the round. That Dizzy gets so annoying. The second you move to shoot it, and then it just shoots you in the face with pain. Nice shots through the wall from Huso. Pick up another kill for the round. The Wolf goes into the teleporter, not gonna find anything. Reno is trying to fish for these engagements. But now Cumberland is just stuck in a very bad spot. Gonna slow rotate over away from main and go through showers, but Shadow is here ready and waiting. Has the thrash available, but I don't think he's gonna use it unless he can pick up one kill off this swing here in just a second. And Cascola and John both grab one, and now Bilgo is stuck in a very bad spot. The Wolf is not gonna get the concuss, but now it is a 3v3. Jeffy is going to fire the snake bite. It's going to deal a little bit of damage and just allow for a little bit of zone control. Spraying through the smoke. Jiggle peeks. Spots two of them. But now, Huso is on the long flank. Coming through the showers. Hopefully going to trade one back as his team is starting to get fired at. Huso grabs one. The nade comes out, but now the other two are stuck in U-Haul. We have both Bill Goat and John stuck in sorry, not John.
Last player standing.
Oh, Jeffy goes down. Cascada has one. Cascola gets four. Cumberland finally slow down the assault of Harrisburg.
Going back in.
All right. So what are you thinking now? What are your thoughts on these players?
Honestly, I still think it's Harrisburg's game to lose. They recall a little bit, but it's something that Cumberland just changed up. But I think they're gonna figure it out quickly.
I mean, I agree. Right now, Harrisburg is just playing so aggressively. They have Cumberland basically on the ropes. It took everything that Cumberland had to win that last round. And meanwhile, Harrisburg was kind of just playing with them the whole time. Nice shot from Jeffy. Destroys the Cypher cam before it can be set up properly. That's just ridiculous gameplay right there. That is just aim control at its finest.
Smoke's down.
Now the push is going to come in. A couple smokes come down from both sides, but they are shoving hard through A main. Shadow, not in the best spot, is going to throw Mosh up. Hopefully get some damage if they try to plant it. But now we have 4 members in U-Haul area for Cumberland, and this would be an excellent thrash. However, they know Huso gets swung by 2, grabs 1. Meanwhile, Shadow gets a trade back. Akuda. And now it's 4v3. Hijinks has the orbital strike and is ready to throw it down. As soon as the plant starts, the ult comes down. He's going to do a lot. He's not going to do any damage. They were all able to move out, but Cascola on the long flank actually picks up Hijinks.
Spike planted.
Spike comes down. Timer has started, and an unfortunate swing. Reno falls. Jeffy is in a 1v4 and probably just knows that since they lost that last round, they do want to save their guns. He is going to just start running. So if you don't die in a round, you only get 1,000 creds. At minimum, if you lose a round, you get 1,900 all the way up to 2,900. If you win a round, you get 3,000. If you don't die on attacker or defender side, you only get 1,000. So the fact that he has a Phantom, which is worth 2,900, it's just better to save this gun and move and just wait for the next round.
So once a weapon is used, it can't be used again. If
No,
you die.
no. If you die, yeah. If you die, you lose your weapon. So there's no reason for him to just go in 1v4, lose his weapon, and then seeing as how Jeffy only has 1,000 creds right now because he had to buy a couple of abilities and new shields, he wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
Launching smoke. Beacon down.
Bunch of shots come in. Hijinks gets a nice bit of trade damage, but Shadow on the other end picks up the first kill of the round. Nice movement from Jeffy. Gonna try to spot out a bunch of Cumberland, and he succeeds. Shots through the tube. Do a healthy bit of damage, but he has Reno there to get the AoE heals. Reno, great team player. Sky is so good in these team comps, just being able to heal up multiple players at once for a good bit of health. The Wolf will come out around the corner. He's going to start working into Garden. Gonna miss. No concuss there. But they have Cumberland in a weird setup. Meanwhile, got two from Harrisburg not moving over, but the first kill for Cumberland comes through. Now it's a 4v4. The teleports come through, and the hard rotate is in. Hijinks is ready with the Molly, is going to slow the push in of the spike. They know they can't move past that Molly. It will take way too much damage. Now the 4 from Harrisburg will follow Thrash in. He's jumping, he's jiggling, he stuns, he locks down one, but a nice orbital strike from Cumberland has sectioned off. The spike planer has gone down with only 4 seconds left. Oh, the shots come in, spike comes down, and now Shadow is in a 1v3. Picks up one, now he's in a 1v2. The wingman is running around, but now he's going to spot Gerardo as soon as he clears his box. Nice kill from Shadow. He has the 3 kills. He's looking for 4. He's looking for the clutch. Does not have Dizzy. No blind, and Ikuda picks up the kill, ends the round. They are clawing back this deficit. Went from 4-0 to 4-3.
Looks like Cumberland has Harrisburg on the back, but you gotta be nervous if you're Harrisburg. You held a lead, and you're just standing there.
All right. Harrisburg need to pull something out here. They were playing at a deficit last round with lesser guns and lesser shields. They need to get this round to kind of bring it back in their favor. The Roomba is not gonna spot anything. Huso jiggle peeking is going to be able to spot John. Dizzy gets shot down, no blinds come through. And Harrisburg is playing this significantly less aggressively than they were. The first kill comes in, John picks up one, meanwhile Hijinks gets the revenge.
I know exactly where.
Neural Theft is up, and now Cumberland know exactly where Harrisburg is. However, they're walking into the guns. Cascola and Huso both trade, and now Jeffy is going to have to start moving over a 2v2. Huso makes it a 2v1.
Down A.
And a nice showstopper is going to get fired, and he gets it! The 3K for Huso, and Harrisburg pick up another round. All right. 14-3 for Huso. He's actual craziness. He is averaging almost 2 kills a round. He is doing so well to just put Harrisburg on his back.
Smoke's down. Molly. Stim beacon here.
Nice Molly and a stim beacon just to get Hijinks out of a bad situation. Raise nade, miss thrown, not going to do any damage. Mosh to stop the push. John has the Viper's Pit. If they get the plant down, this is going to be very difficult retake for Harrisburg, so they need to stop the plant before it succeeds. Rhino's just jiggle peeking, but Bilgoat is very low. Just now picks up the spike. They set it down in the spawn sometimes, just in case they're like, hey, we're not going to hard commit onto this. We can rotate if we need to. But Houston gets the first kill, gets immediately traded by John. Shadow gets the revenge for his twin. Hijinks grabs
Spike
one as
down
well.
A.
And now the spike is stuck in a bad spot. They can't move out into the open, but Gerado's trying. He wants to find a kill. He doesn't. And nice shots from Hijinks with the Guardian. Pick up one.
30 seconds left.
Shooting through the wall. Cascola is now forced to run away. A hard run. Slow movement. He's not going to be able to plant the spike. So again, he's doing what
10
Jeffy
seconds
did.
left.
He is not going to die. He is going to just save his weapon. He does not want to lose it. Harrisburg, 2 rounds in a row.
Out of charges.
All right. I want to see Cumberland try to switch it up. I want to see if they can do something on B, because they keep going A. Of these 8 rounds, I believe they've gone A 6 times. And that's immediately what they're going to do. They're going to try to switch it up, head towards B. John has the little smoke there. Nice positioning, and it's just going to be a fake. They're setting all this up just to fake out Harrisburg, and it seems to be working. Nice tracker dart, but now, with the help of his team, Huso and Reno are going to get 1 pick each, but here comes the hard rotate. Meanwhile, Hijinks is still ready. Shadow has the flank. He's shooting through the cage and grabs 1.
Back to me.
This is just very hectic. This is now a 3v2, but Jeffy is very low.
enemy remaining.
Now it's a 3v1, and this is going to be a very easy clutch for Harrisburg, so long as Cascola doesn't just absolutely pop off. Harrisburg misread this, though. They do not know where
30
Cascola is.
seconds left.
Cascola doesn't know where they are. He has to get this plant down in the next 20 seconds. He still has a spike, but he's going to plant in the corner, and this is going to give a bunch of information over now. Cascola, stuck in the middle of tube, is going to get pincered on. I don't see how he gets out of this alive. Jeffy might just trade with his life. Shots come through, but Jeffy is just better. 7-3 now for Harrisburg.
My ult's ready. Sorry to spoil the party.
And you said at the beginning that Harrisburg wanted to be up 7-4 at halftime. They have a chance to be up 9-3.
This is absolute disgusting. Yeah, I wanted Harrisburg to at least pull out a 4-8, but it looks like it's gonna be potentially even 4-8 in their favor. All right. Going into the 11th round, and now it looks like Cumberland is going to try doing another B push. Going up B long, against this team is actually going to be very dangerous. Reno doing nice jiggle peeks just to scout out some people, scout out some shots. The Wolf there not going to check the corner, and Huso is in, and he's out. Nice shots from Jeffy. Grab one as well. Excellent movement from Harrisburg. They pick up one because Cumberland does not check their corners. And now it's a 5v3 in the entirety of Harrisburg. Or, sorry, Harrisburg just hold this lead now. Cumberland is stuck in Garden. Not going to be able to do much. Cascola misses the shots, but a nice Wolf from Rain gets shot down immediately. But the blinds are in. Jeffy picks up one. Oh, two kills. John and Cascola both pick up one, but it's still a 3v2 right now. Jeffy will put down the Viper's Pit to prevent this plan. Orbital Strike will not grab any kills, but meanwhile, Cumberland is just stuck in a very bad spot. Cascola is so low, gets the shot as Hijinks finishes off the round. 8-3, last round of the half, and Harrisburg is looking dominant.
Spend those strides before we lose them.
There are 28 kills between two members of Harrisburg in 11 rounds. Shadow and Huso, the twins, are just so disgusting.
I've got your trail.
Stim Beacon is going to try to get a solid push, however, they're going the wrong side. That does get Huso the ult for, so he has the showstopper and it is ready to go. And the way that Cumberland has been playing is they're just all grouped together. Nice shot from the showstopper from Huso. Gets the kill on the planter. They are going to restart the plant, but now, oh, it does. He misses Cascola, and he just runs right into him. Unfortunate from Harrisburg. Nice orbital strike down. Doesn't find any kills, as well as the Molly picks up one 3v4, but Huso is very low, but it doesn't matter. Gerardo gets caught looking the wrong way, and Jeffys picks up one, and now it's just the Viper alone, and she will die alone. 9-3 for Harrisburg going into halftime. We're going to swap halves here, and Harrisburg does not look like they can do wrong.
Switching sides.
He says their bullets tickle.
All right. So the saving grace here for Cumberland is that they have the Cypher, which does help a little bit with defense with the tripwires. It's just easier to help stop the immediate push, as well as the cages if you set up the one-ways. Blind will spot a couple, but Harrisburg is just going to go aggressive here. Reno is matching. Nice shots now, but Harrisburg know to check their angles, but Ikuda does not care. The raise nade bounces off the wall, and I don't know how that worked, but it did. They don't even know how it worked. Everyone's just amazed in the all chat, and this is what I like about Valorant. Is like in League, you talk smack to your opponents. In Valorant, you commend them for these plays. Even right there, Ikuda is just saying that nade sought me out. Hijinks just waiting for his team to get into position. Huso using the satchel to just get a nice solid push, but now this is going to be Harrisburg just hard rotating.
30 seconds left.
We are going to see Hijinks just waiting over by the teleport as our recording has unfortunately paused, and he has taken the teleport now, and Harrisburg should have almost full control of this site. They are going to spot Bill Goat here as soon as these smoke
left.
goes down. Less than 8 seconds left. The first kill comes in. Huso and Hijinks both grab one, and he does he even have the time for the plan? He just barely does with half a second left. Now it's 2-2. Jeffy grabs Cascola after the revenge kill. 2v1. Jeffy ends the round 10-3.
So Harrisburg only needs 3 more to get the win, right?
Yep. So, let's just say Cumberland actually come back here. Harrisburg has 12 rounds. Cumberland comes back, and it goes 12-12. Then overtime is back and forth. So, Harrisburg started on defense first. They would start overtime on defense first, and then one round they switch to attack. If it's still tied, and it just keeps going back and forth until one team wins 2-0. This past weekend, actually, at HU Fest, we had a it was West Virginia, Michigan State University, and the first kill of the round. Ooh, Akuda. Oh, sorry, that was Huso. Huso grabs one. We get to see Reno get another one. So, Michigan State University and West Virginia went to 5 sets of overtimes before West Virginia finally pulled out the win. Now Hijinks is just going to walk around the corner, get shot with the shorty. Unfortunate, but Shadow cleans up the kill for his teammate. I can't speak. 4v2. Oh, Cascola with a nice shot over the box, picks up the one-tap headshot. Jeffy is not in the best spot. I think they spotted a little bit of him, but now they're stuck in a very bad spot. And a nice snake bite from Jeffy grabs the double kill.
It seems almost as if Harrisburg is even more comfortable on the attacking side than they were on the defending side. And that is dangerous.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Huso is easily the MVP of these games. Of this game, 23-5 in 11 rounds that they've won. This is just utter domination from this man. They are just going to go the aggressive route to get in. A nice stim beacon, plus the satchels from Huso just to get in. 20 seconds into the round, and the spike's already gone down, and Cumberland is slow on the rotate. This is Harrisburg's site to hold now. Cumberland has to retake, but they have to go through a Viper, a Gecko, and a Raze. Throwing out these AoE abilities. Some nice shots, and Reno gets a double. Shadow picks up one, but Gerardo and Akuda get the trade backs. It's still a 3v2, and Reno is holding a very solid spot. Spike starts going a little bit faster, and there we go. Reno with the 3K. Gerardo kills his clone. But now this is still just a hard hold for them. He's inside the smoke, and the shots come through. Reno with the 4K, and Harrisburg on match point.
Match point.
He's gonna take an insane miracle for Columbia Esports to come back to this.
Another timeout. This time by Cumberland University again. So each side gets one timeout per half, and you like you said, you only get one. So this timeout, in my opinion, should have been called last round. They needed to be able to hold Harrisburg, because now Harrisburg has 9 rounds in a row, or really 8 rounds in a row that they can play with. They want to end this as soon as possible. They want to just give it a 13-3, but they have a little bit of time to play around. They all have full buys. They all have full shields. This is going to be very hard for Cumberland to try to come back. They should have full buys this round, I believe. No, that was last round. This is going to be very difficult for... Oh, nope, there are the full buys. Almost everybody has a full buy. Cascola is going to be the only one. Ah, there we go. All right. Blind's not going to tag anything. Harrisburg splitting up. Don't want to give too much information. They don't want to overload a site and just die immediately. The longer this plays out, like, the worse your mental becomes, and you just want to end this. You just want to move on to the next game in this series, the next match in the tournament. You don't want to risk anything.
Oh yeah!
Plant's going to come down as well as Thrash just to get the extra space.
Thanks, little man.
Thrash gets destroyed, but two kills immediately. Yuso grabs a revenge for his teammates. Gerardo grabs one again. They're actually holding this very well. In a 4v2 now, Cumberland have to try to do something. The spike is starting to confuse, but Yuso so close to surviving. Reno is by himself in a 1v3. He's going to try to get it. He gets one. He almost gets a second, but Ikuda finishes him off quickly enough. 12-4 now for Harrisburg, and Cumberland is still alive.
Yeah, we're alive, but just barely. They don't win the next. What math? 9 rounds in a row. They don't 10 rounds in a row.
No, they have. I mean, yeah, just to flat out win, but I mean, like, going to multiple overtimes. I don't think there's a world in which Harrisburg lose the next 8 rounds in a row. They have full buys, with the exception of Shadow, who just has light shields. But Huso has the showstopper, and Reno has the Seekers. So I don't see where they lose this. However, Cumberland has the Neuralink, they have the Seekers, they have the Orbital Strike, and their own showstopper.
There's my buddy.
They have to try to do something here. They want to end this cleanly and quickly. Nice snake bite. Just going to trade a good bit of damage. Huso does not get anything with the showstopper, but some nades are flying in. John is very low. Unfortunately, pops right out, but Jeffy and Reno both get one as Reno gets fried by the orbital strike. The spike needs to come down as Ikuda and Gerardo both get one. Hijinks is now in a 1v1. A nice orbital strike from him, and there he's going to spot Cascola. Does not get it. 2 rounds in a row for Cumberland. So close, one shot from ending it all.
You have to be a little bit nervous if you're Harrisburg. You've had the chance to end this one for 2 rounds now, and you just haven't quite gotten it done.
I don't think they're that nervous. It's still 7 rounds in a row. Meanwhile, we have seen what this team can do. Jeffy is very close to the Viper's pit, and once they are able to get onto site and plant, once they get the plant, Jeffy can pop down the Viper's pit, and then they just play extreme site control. It's not that difficult. Dizzy finds nothing, so they're just gonna walk in. Some shots coming through, some trades being thrown out. No damage traded yet. But Cascola and Ikuda are on a very long flank, and they might actually meet Harrisburg. I think they heard something. Ikuda grabs 2.
Spike down.
Oh, they did not check. The nice shots come in. Cascola grabs another one.
And it's a private circuit combo.
Last player standing.
Ikuda grabs a 3rd. Cascola, the duo of Cascola and Ikuda, grab all 5 kills. A flawless round for Cumberland. I know Ian, our the Valorant coach, is probably not happy right now. He just wants this game to end.
Yeah, you gotta be thinking, yeah, you had this thing 3 rounds ago. You could have ended it. That comeback, well, very improbable. It's slowly becoming more and more like.
What can Harrisburg do here? They know they want to play this a little bit slower. As Cumberland is starting to come into their own. They are starting to work better as a team. Quick rotations running all the way through spawn.
Would you say playing defense is easier than attacking?
On this map, technically attack is easier. Oh, a nice look. Ikuda is not in a good spot, but is going to take the teleporter, and now that makes this a 5v2. Huso makes it a 5v1 on this site. Gerardo is actually going to be able to get back, reinforces his teammate. But this is a much easier site. Gerardo and John both grab 1. Gerardo gets another hijinks with 2. Now it's a 2v2. The spike, no one shot Wingman, so now they can just get onto site, throw out the Viper's pit, and now they can just have much easier site control. When enemies step inside this, they take so much damage. Shots spray through the smoke. Jeffy is still alive. But he's about to walk right into Bill, and he doesn't get it. That is 4 rounds in a row for Cumberland now, and now I think Harrisburg's starting to get nervous. Whew. Okay. This... I don't know whether Harrisburg's just playing with their food or whether Cumberland is actually starting to just make a real comeback. Harrisburg's gonna full buy guns and like buy shields. Nice blind, will spot out, but all the noise also just gives the information. They are gonna follow Thrash in. Not gonna find anything, so he's just gonna run away.
Another. Órale.
So he can use, when it times out, he can use it again. And nice knowledge, like just
Thrash is
agent
ready.
knowledge. We haven't seen this mid teleport used pretty much at all this game.
She's still gunning for you.
Thrash used again the second time. Will actually lock down 1. Huso gets on the site. Reno picks up another. Vilgo gets taken down by Reno after getting Huso. But now this is a 4v2, and I think this might be it. Shots come in. Kuda gets taken down by Reno. 3v1.
This means ending this round.
What can we see from Harrisburg? Gerardo on his own with the operator. A 1-shot rifle, drops it in favor of the Phantom. Is going to throw these smokes up so we can try to get. Will fake the defuse. But nice molly. Gets knowledge that he is not holding it. Is partially blinded, but there it is! Harrisburg finish up the game 13-7. So just very well played by Harrisburg, specifically on the defending side. They, like, Bind is a more attacker-sided map because it gives them options of the quick rotate. Meanwhile, Harrisburg, they took advantage of the teleport, specifically on B long, so that way they wouldn't have they don't give Cumberland that option of taking the teleporter and doing a quick rotate. So all in all, well played to Harrisburg. Did fall apart a little bit in the second half, but I mean, went from 9-3 to 13-7, 4 rounds each. Not the biggest concern for them. They will be able to take this win over Cumberland. Solid play from them. It's easy to just give Huso the MVP. What do you think?
Yeah, Rex, I mean, yeah, the best skills. It was an easy MVP for Hazel.
Yeah, did play extremely well. So, what other questions do you have as a non-Valorant player?
Yeah, if I asked all these questions, we'd be here till next week.
All right. Well, that is going to be it for us today. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.